Good afternoon, timekeepers. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. It's good to see you all. I hope you're all having a good day. And today we are going to be doing an art stream, as usual, I suppose. So, yeah. Today, we're drawing more webcomic stuff. Yesterday, guys, it was insane. Yesterday, I got like 2 hours of drawing time. Can you believe that? I never get 2 hours. That was like maybe the second time ever getting 2 hours of drawing time in one day. Insane. Anyways, today we're gonna go for an hour still. We'll see. If I'm really, maybe this is like the start of my popping off phase, and now I'll start getting 2 hours all the time. Yeah, very pog indeed. Yes, we are indeed drawing. Welcome in, Job. Welcome in, Jenny Star. Welcome in, Adam Short. Okay. Yeah, so right now I'm on the third pass of the webcomic chapter. We're on chapter 5, and I'm just doing line art right now. So a funny thing happened. Halfway through this chapter, my art style changed. The change happened on this panel, I think. Yeah, between these two panels, my art style just swapped. So, if it looks strange, then that would be why. It's because I'm still kind of learning. This expression is dumb. I'm gonna change that before I do the final line art pass, because that is a stupid expression. It really is. I don't know what I was going for with it. It's like a mix of like two separate expressions, and we are going to change it. So, is the line art on this one done? Oh no, the fence. Yuck. Backgrounds. Ew. Okay. Let's just get this over with. Alright, I don't know how to approach this other than just doing it, I think. This is kind of a pain. This is like something that like the assistant would be doing in a manga agency. I wouldn't want to be a mangaka assistant necessarily, because this is like the stuff I imagine I'd be doing. And this is kind of a pain. Then again, I would get first sneak peek at manga chapters, so that's like definitely a bonus, I think. I guess I could pay someone to do this for me. You think on Fiverr I can like buy an assistant? Probably. I don't doubt that there's probably people on Fiverr offering to be like line art assistants for like comics and stuff. You want to check for funsies? I'm not gonna hire them. I don't have that kind of money, but like, you want to check? We can go watch and like see if they've got anything going. Oh, by the way, is text to speech working?
Very possible.
Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Very possible. Yeah, we can go. I'll go. Let me see. Fiverr. Let's see. Comic assistant. I will be your manga. Only 3 results. Maybe if I search up something different, but let me see. I will be your comic or manga. I will be your manga or comic assistant, starting at $5 for storyboarding. I'll make a storyboard for chapters depending on how you want it. Standard is $10. Screen tone and speech bubbles. I'll add screen tones to the pages with speech bubbles and writing them. And then what is this? Premium is $20 for a whole page. I'll draw a whole page based on your storyboard. This isn't quite what I had in mind. What do you got? I'll try to help making your manga/comic work however you want it to be. The price is still negotiable depending on the actual work. He makes webcomics. Okay. Let me see, what else do we got? I think I might have like searched. I might need to try a different search query because only 3 results popped up. Let me here. We can bring up the window. This one. Okay. Yeah, we can bring up the window here. So this guy says, I will search by top seller. That could also work. I will comic or graphic novel artist s assistant. Design a character. Okay, $50. Oof. Storyboard for $60. $90 for drawing a comic page. Draw what they ask me, basically. Dang, dude. That's expensive. Do you think that, is there anyone who I can just... Yeah, quite expensive. Is there anyone who I can just pay to do my, just my line art? I will review and assist with your comic strips and lettering. Proofread and assistance with one comic book page script. One page for $10 and you're just proofreading it? Huh?
Line artist.
Yeah, let me look up line artist. This one's dumb. I don't get this one. Line artist. Alright, maybe I spelled it wrong. Let me try to put a space. Ooh, here we go, yeah. I will do line art for clothing design. I will illustrate anything for you using line art. These ones are just commissions, it looks like. Create super artistic line art. Draw an outline line art. I'll draw a gorgeous one line art illustration in 24 hours. Detailed vector line art. Maybe line artist, comic. I will create your comic book page line art. This seems like what I'm looking for. Sketch line art. Inked line art? Inked line art with grayscale. Wow. This seems more like what I was looking for. Like more what I was thinking. Oh, they're pretty good too. Huh. Yeah, this would probably be realistically what I would be in the market for. They definitely look to have like more of a comic and less of a manga style, and my style is probably more so manga-ish. Although I'm sure they could adapt. Huh. An experienced comic book artist and illustrator. The service I'll provide is this gig on this gig is line art, black and white, comic book illustration. Cool. What else do we got here? Let me see. Turn your idea into black and white line art comic. I'll draw black and white line art illustration. That's some pretty art. Wow. Ooh. Color your NSFWH manga. Okay. So there's less of a market than I thought there would be, honestly. Oh well. I mean, I don't particularly need someone to do that for me, so we're chilling. Oh man, it's hot in my room. Why is it so hot in my room? I have the aircon on as well, so it shouldn't be this hot, but it is. If I realistically wanted to hire a line artist, first of all, my backgrounds need to get better, like my sketches. Because I'm the person who drew this, and I am not following along with it very closely. Ooh, also, unrelated, but I got a stylus, you guys. Like a nice quality stylus for my phone. And hopefully that should allow me to draw while I'm at work. That's the plan. Because here's the deal. I'm not doing anything at work, realistically. We get all of our stock on one day, and that day is my busiest, but every other day is like nothing. So I usually, since, you know, well, what's the saying? Idle hands are the devil's workshop or something? I'm trying to keep myself relatively productive, since working part-time at a market is not my final end goal here. Ideally, my final end goal is making a webcomic, but, you know, not this one specifically, but, you know, a webcomic that I want to do. I might start doing character design sometimes. No, I should focus on this one, actually. Okay. Ooh, that is a tilted line. Oh, this fence is messy, but that's fine. It's okay. How's it look? Not bad, we'll take that. My backgrounds aren't incredibly detailed, and that is okay. I should probably add some like texturing over here. I'll do that on the next pass, probably. We'll manage it on the next pass through. Down to here. Dude, I love this guy. This character is really the best. Look at him. He's so good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could totally like... What is this layer? What? What is this layer? There's like an entire folder for it. I don't think there's anything on this one. I'm just gonna delete it. What just happened? Something... I'm pressing control and undo. Nothing is happening. Okay, I think it's nothing. This is white space layer. I need that. And background. Okay, there we go.
Big mistake.
Yeah, honestly, for all I know, I probably just deleted like the entire backbone of my webcomic chapter or something. Question mark. Yeah, ideally, end goal for me as like a person, or I guess as a homunculus, is making a webcomic and also streaming my webcomic progress and whatnot. That's like ideal end goal for me. Because I've found I actually really enjoy making webcomics. Because I've enjoyed doing story stuff for a while now. I really like writing stories. I'm quite a big fan. But I also have been like somewhat into drawing for a long time. But now that I've combined the two, more or less, I am quite into it. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first started making art, I was like jealous of the people who could like. I remember I had a really specific thought process that kept coming back to me, and it was, man, it must be nice to have art that's so good that you could just make a webcomic, you know, or not a webcomic specifically, but just a comic. And now I'm at that stage. I mean, you could argue that my art isn't quite up to like comic standards yet, but you know, we're getting there. Yeah, I remember back when I first started art, I felt like jealous of people who could just like go out and start making like a comic or a manga, you know? And now here I am, literally just doing that. PogChamp. I don't know. Being an artist is sick. Because there's a certain amount of freedom that you have for yourself to just, you know. Look, having the power to literally like grab something in your imagination and then make it real is sick, okay? I feel like a god. I think a bunch of quirky teenagers would come to try to kill me at the end of a long adventure, you know? That's how I feel right now. Also, I might make more lore webcomics soon. So look forward to that. Hopefully, if I get around to it. I have a lot of... okay. So honestly, I have a lot of lore webcomics that will probably never see the light of day because they're incomplete and I don't imagine myself ever going back to complete them. So there are a lot of lore comics, work in progresses, that are just kind of like rotting away in my files. As they just remain there for all eternity, probably. So, rest in peace, those guys. But, you know, they were ugly anyways. It's okay. Alright. Yo, I met my first crasher in VR chat the other day. I think that's what they're called. Like, people who will, like, make their models really heavy on like, the servers so that it crashes people's games. I met, like, my first person doing that.
To a pro.
Yeah, that's the thing. At a certain point, it's a really useful skill that you can gain is the ability to not care. Okay, it's a double-edged sword for sure, because like not caring is also what leads you to stagnation, right? So you need to balance it, obviously. But like the ability to just look at like a professional's artwork and be like, wow, that's neat, and then just move on is quite nice. Like, I can look at the mangaka for One Punch Man, Murata. Murata. And I can be like, holy moly, this art rocks. And then I can just, like, appreciate it for that, instead of being like, wow, my art sucks. You know? Being able to appreciate someone's artwork just for the artwork, and not for, you know, like, what it is in comparison to you, is quite nice. It's a good skill to have, but you need to temper it. Because, like I said, if you don't temper that, then what ends up happening is that you become stagnated. And then you're like, so what if all these people are better than me at what I do? I don't need to get better. I'm perfect. You know, everything in moderation. Speaking of moderation, I'm scared I'm not streaming enough sometimes. Because work really leaves me like kind of mentally drained, because work isn't hard, but it's just boring and I have to be attentive the whole time. Because I could totally lounge back at work and just not focus on anything at all. But then if my coworkers I've done that before, right? And then my coworkers walk in on me doing nothing and not being attentive. And then I feel bad, because I feel like they're gonna be like looking down on me, like, oh man, look at Yunayo over there, not doing her work. Literally just sitting there at the computer, not literally doing nothing. Yuck. I hate that I'm working with. Like, that's what I'm scared that they're gonna think. Is that they're gonna start to dislike me. hidden Yunayo at work, yeah. Like hidden Mickeys. Yeah, so yesterday, I was working on... So, okay, here's how my drawing schedule is, right? Basically, I have, like, I have a schedule, right? And my schedule is on every other day, I work on webcomic content, like today. And then on opposing days to that, I'll work on whatever else, like personal projects and whatnot. Just anything not the webcomic. And it's my goal is, one, because I want to draw other stuff occasionally, and two, because I really don't want to get burnt out. So I'm trying to mix up my focus a lot so that I can continuously make things interesting. And so far it's working out okay. But so yesterday I was working on
I think that if you see a coworker slacking off,
if I saw a coworker slacking off, my line of thought would probably be like, yeah, I get it. But my other coworkers are hardworking, and like they're actually like good at doing their job, and I like they're really attentive. They're always working to make sure that the shop looks pretty, and that everything looks nice on the shelves. And I don't want them to be like, oh wow, Yuna just sitting there doing nothing. Yuck. One time my coworker walked in on me playing solitaire. She was pretty chill about it though. She said she won't tell anyone. I have since stopped playing solitaire on the computer. Though, I have been looking up Backroom stuff on the computer instead. So nothing much has changed. Looking at Backroom's floors is really interesting because the Backrooms are kind of like SCP Foundation, except that the skill floor for writing is significantly lower. Because the Backrooms has barely existed. And right now, the Backrooms people are kind of just happy to get anyone writing for them. So they'll take anything, pretty much. So the standard for writing is quite low. Which I like. It results in a lot of interesting ideas. Not necessarily like nice to read ideas, but really interesting ideas. Anyways, easy pan. Oh wait, he has a mouth. Whoops. Let me fix that. Right here. There we go. What a nice smile. What a good boy. But yeah, so I regret these trees. Not regret necessarily, but man, are they kind of a pain to draw. No, they're a pain, but in the kind of way that they're sort of satisfying to draw, you know? Like, in the way that, like, they're frustrating in the moment, but once you get over that, they're fun. That kind of thing. So I kind of like them, actually. Yeah, right here. This panel is when my art style changed.
Low residential, the trees.
Low res, the trees. Did the text-to-speech just say low residential? Wow. Yeah, so I can show you what I did for, up here you can see that I just got, like, the general shape of the leaves instead of, like, actually drawing the leaves. It works enough, and that's the important part, is that it works enough. So I just kind of draw the general shape of the trees instead of actually drawing them in. Yeah, but right here is when my art style changed. So if you notice a difference in my characters around this point, that would be why. It's because my facial proportions drastically changed not drastically, but they definitely changed in this panel, so. In general, I have a thing for making really janky character designs. I think that my character designing skills could use some work. I guess that's what this webcomic is for. This is meant to help improve, you know?
Okay. Rendering distance with lower polygon counts.
Yeah, rendering distance, yeah. Yeah, so, right now, Did I draw the eye wrong? No, it's okay. Thought I drew the eye wrong. Okay. Bea right here is quite easy to draw, admittedly, because she only has one eye showing. But wait, what is this? I just realized what this hair looks like. I'm gonna change that. That looks dumb. How do I fix this? That's better. That's so much better. Okay. Yeah, I think that over the process of this webcomic, my line art will hopefully start to get better. Mostly out of necessity, mind you, because...
You will be streaming the new Xenoblade, right?
Oh, absolutely I'll be streaming the new Xenoblade. I already, truth be told, I already have money set aside for it, so that I can buy it the moment that it goes on sale for pre-order. The moment that it got announced, I went onto my sheet where I keep track of my money, and I set aside like $60 from my current paycheck. So, yeah, I rest assured that I will be getting my hands on it and streaming it day one. I won't care what my viewer count is particularly, because I will just be excited to get my hands on new Xenoblade content. Okay, how's that look? Take that. Just need to fix it a bit. Yeah, her hair looks square. Is that just me, or does her hair look kind of square-ish? That's, you know, whatever. It's fine. We will move on. Okay. How did I do the trees last? I don't remember what order I did this in last time. But, firstly, I need to make a mask out of this. There we go. Okay, we'll draw this first, and then we'll draw the trees. Oh, I gotta stretch my back. Okay. Yeah, ideally, from here on out, what my channel will turn into is mostly an art channel. Cause, like, I'll still play games a lot, for sure. But from here on out, expect way more art streams as we, like, go forward. Because I will be doing that a lot. For reasons of webcomic takes a lot of work, and I need to make sure that I stay on track with that. Streams take a lot out of me energy-wise, especially video game streams, you know? So I need to temper myself with how much I stream games, which is why from here on out we'll have more of a focus on art. So I hope you guys can understand, and I hope you won't miss lots of game streams too much. Like, we'll still occasionally play them. Still need to finish Code Vein. Still need to get around to, like, Metal Gear Rising and whatnot. And we will get to those, but just some other time. Okay, so what I did was, for drawing the leaves, what I did was I just drew around them, and I just captured their general shape. Like so. And the important thing is that we just get, for the most part, one or two cohesive shapes drawn out here that look roughly like leaves, and then we just kind of bucket tool in the shape that we make. Because I do not know how to draw leaves in en masse. Is it en masse? When you're saying a lot of things, like in a big group, would you say en masse? Is that how you use that? What does en masse mean? Like E-N-M-A-S-E-E? What does that mean? God. Stop. Why are you erasing the whole thing? I swear to God. Vector eraser kind of dumb sometimes. I appreciate the vector eraser generally. For those who don't know, vector eraser is one of the best tools in Clip Studio. If you're an artist, let me show you the tech, right? So right now I'm on a vector layer. And the difference between vector layers and raster layers is that raster layers will take whatever you draw and render it out, basically. So it'll just like essentially make it a PNG on your canvas. Whereas vector layers, when you draw a line on a vector layer, the line is sort of coded into your system, into whatever program you're using. So the program will say like if I make a vector layer here, the program will say like the line starts here, goes this amount this way, and then ends here. So the difference between raster and vector layers is that if I draw the same line on a raster layer and then I expand the both of them up, you can see the difference here, in that the raster layer here decreases in resolution a lot, whereas the vector layer stays the same, and it's just that the width of the line gets bigger. Like it's almost as if I'm just like adjusting the width of the line on the side here, you know, like just making it go from like 3 to 10, right? So that's why vector layers are the best. But also the reason that they're the best is because if I draw,
it's like magic.
Yeah, it's like magic. If I draw a line here and then I do like this, what a vector eraser can do is you can tap on this part of the line and it will only erase the part that's overlapping, which is fantastic for sketches. Because if I'm like sketching along here and like I make super messy line art like this, I can take my eraser and just run it along the edge here and immediately clean it up so that it looks cleaner. Look at that. That's so much nicer. It is immensely useful for sketches. And I think in general, I have found very much use with vector erasers. The only downside, I would say, is that it's kind of unreliable sometimes, as you saw. So it's not perfect, but man is it good. Incredibly useful tool that I use all the time. And I think you should too. Okay. I'm gonna draw the leaves through the trees, actually. I think that should be good. And now, let me just fill in all these. Now we get rid of the... Now we get rid of... What are these layers, actually? Oh, I drew that on the wrong layer. I see. Okay, well, that's fixable then. Hold on. This is fixable. I can see what I did here. I've learned a lot about art throughout these days, and Clip Studio basically is just the best. That's my main point. Take it up here, and then we merge. That mostly fixes it. That'll do. Okay, so now we get rid of the trees and the ground and the background. I actually need this because I need to color pick this. And then, actually, let me go grab the color from these ones and use that. No, that's the wrong one. And then, oh, whoops. I appear to be missing something here. There we go, fixed. And we just bucket tool. Bucket tool. Oh wait, is that the right area? Wait. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, nice. Okay, there we go. So that'll do, and then for the tree trunks, we can just kind of... Where did the tree trunks go? Here we go. Alright, and then for the tree trunks, we can just do something similar. It's not perfect, but for something like a background in a low quality webcomic where no one will really be looking at the background anyways. I think in a webcomic like this, a low quality background will be the expected thing, right? I don't know if anyone is really going to come into this expecting like beautiful Da Vinci backgrounds or anything. I hope not, because they're not going to get that. But, you know, who knows? Stay hydrated. Man, my shoulder is stiff. Alright. I was thinking of doing some streams with my 3D model. I think it might be fun. You know? Like popping, did I forget something? Okay. Like grabbing the Vroid model that I made for VR chat and then doing some streams with it. Because I'm wondering if there's any like applications on the App Store that can do like face tracking with the fancy IR camera. Because if it can, then I can probably track my expression in real time and have the model react accordingly. And that would be quite cool. But I would definitely need to look into it. I guess we can. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go take a look-see. iPhone... VTuber 3D face tracking. Let me see. VTube Studio was the first result, but as far as I know, VTube Studio is for 2D, right? Can it do 3D stuff? I don't think so. All-in-one solution for becoming a live 2D VTuber. Right, so that's not it. Here's what you need for iPhone/ARKit face tracking. No way. Hold on. PC/strong laptop and Wi-Fi. iFacial mocap plus Luppet. Oh, Luppet costs money. Sad. But it definitely looks like it's possible. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, I'll look into it, and if I'm feeling up to it, we might. That does sound like fun. Okay. I'm tired. I did drink some coffee.
If somebody told you to join a content creator group, would you join?
No. I mean, I mean, I'd check it out first. If it was a credible group and I could benefit from it, maybe. My terms would be that I'm still allowed to do what I want content-wise, which is mainly art. And also that I reserve the right to leave at any moment. Those would be my terms. And obviously I'd like look into like who's running it. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna join. A lot of VTubers tend to think that like in order to be successful, they need to join an agency, which is not true. If you're an aspiring VTuber, you don't need to join an agency. Unless they're literally hololive or Nijisanji, they won't do anything for you numbers-wise, so don't worry about it. Joining a random nobody group is a quick way to get yourself doxxed. I don't know how many of you heard that one story, but there was a VTuber in a certain no-name group that they joined because they thought that it would get them publicity, and then instead they got doxxed. they got can you believe it? The company doxxed them. Holy moly, dude. Yeah, so joining a random no-name, if you're going to join a company, at least make sure that it's one with like experience and good track record with their talents. If you join a random nobody group, it's like you are rolling a dice on how good of a time you will have. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the phase is mostly over, but there was definitely a phase where every VTuber and their mother was obsessed with joining groups because they all thought that that was like the key to being like a famous VTuber, was joining a VTuber agency. No matter who they were, it was just like it had to be a VTuber agency. I will join a group if the people in it look cool, if the group has a good track record with their managers, and if I reserve the right to leave. And also do what I want. So basically, I will join a group, but my terms are pretty strict. And I don't think any group would want me as a result. Like, looking back on it, I don't think I really want to join hololive anymore. It'd be cool, for sure. But then, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't... Like, I don't think I'd be able to do my webcomic anymore. But I feel like they would just force me to focus on other stuff.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I really can't imagine that hololive would let me focus on my webcomic anymore. I feel like I would just turn into every other hololive streamer, you know? Just like some anime girl who plays games all the time. And then that's it. Also, I don't know if they'd even allow me in since I'm trans. I feel like I would be purposely misgendered and put into holostars instead. Because I do not imagine that they would let me into hololive. There's no way. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine the outrage they would get if they let a trans female into their hololive branch? Holy moly. There's no way. Look, it's just okay, I'm not saying they're transphobic. It's just a bad business decision, I'm not going to lie. When their company is so focused on cute girls, I would undoubtedly either get labeled a trap or a femboy and then put into holostars. I am. Do you think that I wonder if any of the main hololive talents are trans or actually secretly male. People have jokingly talked about it a lot. I don't think anyone genuinely believes that like the hololive talents are secretly all male. But people have joked about it a lot. I gotta wonder if any of them actually are. Because if they are, I haven't been able to tell. It'd be interesting though. I highly doubt it. Basically, I am a hololive hater. Also, I notice I've been using the wrong line art color. God. That's rough. I have a plan though. It's fine. So right now I'm using gray, but I should be using black, and you can kind of see the difference. But I know what to do to fix this. I just have to make a copy of each layer and mesh it into itself so that it gets darker. It's fine. I'll keep drawing in the color that I was drawing in, that being dark gray. It's fine. Yeah, there was a VTuber who they called out their company for being kind of scummy, and then the company doxed her and revealed their personal information, and then threatened to sue them while revealing their personal information. So very cool. I will not be joining a company, I think. Like I said, I'll join a group or a company if they seem credible, and if it seems like I would be happy in the group. Like, those are basically my terms. If I can keep working on my webcomic, if I can choose to do... Yeah, if you want to clip me and say that I hate hololive, that'd be pretty funny. Feel free. You can use me for clickbait if you want. We both benefit from it. Your clipping channel will get views if you have one. I'll get views if people get clickbaited. It's a win-win. But the only problem is you might get in trouble for clickbaiting, so I don't know if you want to do that. I mean, it might be worth it. That's your call to make as a creator if clickbaiting is worth it. My brand image for 5 more views. Go. Okay. Nice. So now, copy paste and make him a little darker. Wish I could mesh folders. That'd be so nice. Instead, I just kind of have to mesh this myself. Okay, save. So now each layer should be on its own. Sick. All right, we did it. Yeah. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're about halfway there. We're also about halfway there on our drawing time. Neat. What is my deadline actually? I haven't checked in a hot second. I should probably go check on what my deadline is. I have a calendar that I've set up to keep track of deadlines and whatnot. Well, not deadlines might be kind of overselling it, but it's really just like it's self-imposed deadlines. I have a calendar of like when I create a chapter, and then 2 weeks later I make my deadline. So my deadline for this chapter is going to be the 17th. So I have about a week then. Yeah, I can complete the line art and coloring in a week. I can do it. The truth is that it's actually half of a week because of my every other day system, which is why I give myself 2 weeks instead of 1 week to work on each chapter. I think it's for the best, ideally. I'm like really tired right now. This always happens. Talking myself to sleep again. Do I take a nap? Tomorrow's a Sunday. And I have work on Monday. So I think that the real answer is no. But the answer I want to say is yes. I'll flip a coin. I don't have any coins on my desk. I flipped a coin recently and I lost my coin. I don't know where it went. There's a quarter somewhere below my desk. And unfortunately my desk is a mess, so I kind of doubt that I'll ever actually find it. Yeah, I think the quarter is just gone. I'm not gonna lie. I should clean up my room. My room is quite the mess. It's a wonder that I can use my VR headset in here. But oh, you make it work. All right. Yeah, I like this drawing. This drawing might be one of my favorites in the chapter. I always have like a favorite drawing in each chapter. I'm not sure if this is the favorite drawing of the chapter, but it's pretty good. It's definitely up there. We do have to draw the trees again, which sucks. Ooh, do you guys want to see something cool? Hold on. Look at this. So yesterday on my off day, I was working on some design stuff. Look at this. I'm making a mecha for myself. It's so neat. I made it huge, 60 meters tall. I guesstimated on how big I would be compared to it. Right there. It's so, dude, I love designing mechs, honestly. I'm bad at it, but I love doing it. My idea for this mech, it sounds stupid, I think, but I love it anyways. My idea for the mech is that they have a bunch of armor pieces that they can attach to itself. And each armor piece also doubles as a disposable weapon. That is so like it starts out really heavily armored and stuff, but as fights go on, it becomes less armored but also faster. That's my idea for the mech, and I think I'm going to go like it's gonna have like two modes, basically like full armor and no armor, and this would be the no armor mode. Okay, I sound stupid talking about it, I realize, but man, do I really want to keep designing it. But today is not a free day, so unfortunately I can't. Some other time though, I will get back to doing that. I have so much to do on my off days. I might have to like take a day to like be a non-off day instead.
Looking like kill la kill.
Looking like kill a kill, you think? I guess so. Yeah, a little bit. It kind of, after I designed it, I realized it kind of looked like the mech is wearing thigh highs. And it also has a gigantic dump truck. I won't say that wasn't on purpose, but there's a reason, I think. Maybe. It's kind of like how like animators will try to justify their characters being like half naked. That's what I'm doing with my mech. Hey Yoon, why does your mech have a giant ass? Well, you see, it's a piece of technology. It really is, you know. I find myself cursing a lot more recently. I don't think I've said the F word too much in my career. That's a generous word for it. I think over the course of me streaming, I've maybe said the F word once. I believe it was somewhere during the Halo stream, if I'm not incorrect. But I don't think I've said it at all otherwise, if I'm not mistaken. Other curse words I've definitely said a fair amount, particularly the donkey word, A-S-A-Z-Z. As I've said that one quite a bit. What else have I said a lot? I don't know. I've said a few here and there, though. They're definitely getting sprinkled in a lot more nowadays. And that's okay. Not a big deal, I don't think. You know, I've been thinking maybe I should probably try and get kids away from my stream anyways. Not because it's particularly inappropriate, but I've started... There's a lot of stuff going on Twitter.
More aerodynamic because it breaks the wind flow.
Yeah, it breaks the wind flow. It's purely a design feature of the mech to make it more efficient. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff on Twitter. I don't know. I no longer feel comfortable keeping kids on my stream. Not because I'm scared that I'll get canceled or anything, but because I don't want people getting ideas. I don't know. There's been a lot of like minors on Twitter who pretend to not be minors, and then afterwards they come out as minors. I hate that I have to call it that, coming out as a minor. I hate that. Like they'll pretend to be like 20, and then like 3 months later, after people find out, they'll be like, "Sorry guys, I'm actually 16." That sucks. Why is that a thing? Minors should not be allowed on Twitter. I don't know. There's been a lot of things going on that makes me no longer comfortable with having non-18 plus people on my stream. Especially if they pretend to be 18 plus. That makes me particularly uncomfortable nowadays. Like, I'm not particularly scared of getting canceled or anything. I think if I were to get canceled for something, it would be something I probably didn't do. And I'd just move on. But, you know, it'd be rough. Oh, that mask looks weird. Why does the mask... The mask is, like, rounder than it normally... Not rounder, but, like, longer than it normally is. Let me go fix that. I don't know. I've mentioned... Probably the most controversial thing I've mentioned is that I don't like lollies. Why is that controversial? Okay, I will continue to talk about this until it stops being a problem. I really dislike how normalized it is, though.
This is why Nicola was not saved. No minor allowed.
Yeah, no minors allowed on my stream. I killed Nicola on purpose. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I hate how normalized, like, lollies are in Japanese culture. And how often we just chalk it up to, like, a quote-unquote cultural difference. I don't normally make fun of people, but I'm going to do it now. Oh yeah, you know, pedophilia is completely normal in Japan. I'm not gonna do that anymore, I think. Yeah, I think it's gross. I'm not gonna lie. Look, okay, so when I designed Bea here, someone came to my chat and called her lolly, and I hated it. It felt so gross. She's just short. God. I don't know. I think Bea looks like a pretty mature, like, 18, 19-year-old, realistically. I think all of my characters look 18 at least, right? I think Gage looks like 20, 22, maybe. I think Leo looks like probably just turned 18. No, but Leo is massive though. Leo's so tall. I guess there are really tall like high schoolers, huh? But I believe I did a decent job in making all of my characters look mature enough to not be under 18. Okay. That was part of my goal anyways, is to not make any of my characters look underage.
Everyone is confused.
Yeah. Confusion. Oh my god, I thought I was using the wrong color again for my line art. Can I reuse the background? Debatably. We can reuse it down here. Yeah, okay. We can actually reuse like basically the entire drawing because all that was changed was the eye position. So I'll do this background. We'll do it a little better this time because the last tree background came out a little rough, didn't it? Here we go. Just drawing the tree stumps. I think that the leaves looked too smooth, so I might turn down my my stabilization on my pen and see how that works. Okay, that works. That's good enough for a tree stump. Now let's draw in the leaves, and I will turn my stabilization down all the way. Let me try and get the shapes a little more accurate here. By accurate, I mean I'm gonna be kind of spastic with my drawing. Go. Nice. Yeah, because I have no idea how to like accurately depict leaves. I really don't know how to do that. Okay. All right.
Use a reference, mate. It will help with the leaves.
I could use a reference, but the thing is that I don't want to draw. It's not the problem with webcomics is that it's not just quality that's important, it's also time it takes to draw something. And if I can anything that I can shortcut and make still look decent is good. Because I could draw in every single leaf and make it look better. But it would look marginally better for probably several minutes of extra time added on to something that takes me like 2 minutes. So I kind of need to take any time-saving procedure that I can, realistically, because I keep missing my deadlines. So this won't look great, but it'll be decipherable as trees, and that's really the important part, honestly. Okay. And then let's see if it's all connected without the branches. Alright, that'll work. It definitely looks better without the stabilization, I think. I'm gonna go grab this. Whoops. Okay. Alright, you know what? That didn't turn out too bad. It could have been worse. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that, actually. That looks not too bad. Alright, now we just gotta color in the trees.
OMG, we have text to speech. That means we can beatbox.
Yeah, feel free to beatbox. Just don't spam too much, or else I will turn it off. I'm putting text-to-speech here because I trust you guys to not abuse it, but I will turn it off if need be. Alright, nice. Yeah, those look better. The key thing is that they are decipherable as trees. The most important thing to me as far as these backgrounds go is that you can look at them and at more or less a moment's glance tell what it's supposed to be. Oh, we have like 46 minutes of drawing time. Nice. Okay, let me turn my stabilization back up. And then for the next pass, we can just reuse the same tree's background. We have a repeat frame next time. So I realized something about this comic, being that it's based on Decaying Winter. The problem with Decaying Winter, I don't think that this webcomic will have any particularly cool anime fights. It'll have action scenes, but not fight scenes, you know? Because there are pretty much no actual real characters in real Decaying Winter. So it will like pretty much just be random people appearing and dying. So I'm sort of shifting the focus from action more so just to kind of slice of life mesh together with suffering. That's the plan. If you hard. Then I guess I could introduce like other characters to the bad guy side. The scavs only really have one notable character canonically, and that is Yosef. Yosef is the final boss of Decaying Winter. And in Decaying Winter, not in like the lore surrounding it, but in just Decaying Winter, Yosef is the only actual real character in game. Everyone else is either player characters, which are just whatever you make them look like, or the scavs, which are all blank slate people that just mindlessly attack you. So I do plan on introducing at least one new character to the scav side. But I might need more. Then again, this is ideally going to be a pretty short webcomic, right? Like, ideally not too much is going to happen. Like, it's gonna be like canonically like 10 days worth of things that happen, and then it after like a 1 day epilogue, the story ends. The question, I guess, is how long is each day going to be chapter wise? Let me say right off the bat, I don't think this is going to be a particularly good webcomic, and that's kind of the point, is that it's meant to be a practice one. I'm still gonna publish it.
Hard.
Cause
then you hard the Yunayo webcomic.
Hard then you hard. Yeah, hard then you hard. Hello, Captain Pizza. Also, hello, Craig on my ego. Craigo on my ego. Yeah, it's a practice webcomic. I'm not trying particularly hard to make it good. The point of this webcomic, for me, is to understand how making and publishing a webtoon works. That's the end goal, is to just understand how it all works, right? It's not going to try to be particularly good or anything. It's just going to be cohesive for the most part, and that's it.
So what will the next story going to be about?
Next story is going to be completely separated from this one. This one will have no bearing on my future webcomics. It is an homage to a Roblox game that I like, and a practice webcomic. So that's what this is. Next story is going to be sort of like slice of life action kind of thing. Ideally.
You go, little man.
Thanks. little girl. Excuse you, sorry. I didn't mean to sound so condescending when I said that, my bad. Expand this. I should have made the muscles not as dark. I think you can adjust that though. Let's just make all these lines narrower. Let's just like make all these less visible. Oh, not that one. I don't want the muscles to take over the logo thing too much. Okay. Alright, nice. And then for this one, we can actually almost completely reuse this drawing. The main difference is just a shifting of the pupil. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go grab all of this, paste it into here, delete these pretty much, and then just gonna grab this. Oh, it looks like it does kind of get cut off at the top, huh? Why did I make the panel just a little bigger? Why did I do that? This seems like an oversight. I wonder if I can just kind of... Sure. And then all we need to do is just a shifting of the eye. So that it's looking up. All right, and that one's done. Easy peasy. Gotta take shortcuts, you know? Shortcuts are the lifeblood of most comics and manga. Okay. Stay hydrated. Okay. I'll finish this panel and then stop for the day, I think. Because now I almost have an hour. Maybe we should just get to an hour. I'll stop when I get to an hour of drawing time. I'll keep drawing still, but, you know. An hour is end goal anyways, so it's okay. Sometimes I wonder how adamant I should be on my pronouns. Because I don't want to be annoying about it. Like, I don't want to be having to remind people every, like, 2 seconds. But I also do think it's important to respect people's pronouns, not just mine. People in general. And for that reason, I want to be at least a little adamant about it. I'm really happy to see that nowadays, especially on the internet, being trans is treated as a lot more normal. Like before, like not too long ago, really, if you like said that you identified with different genders, you would just be made fun of. Because transgender people had a particularly bad reputation because of a few loudmouths. But nowadays, I feel like it's cooling down a lot more. It is now the popular thing on the internet to respect trans people, which is quite nice. Kind of. I've noticed in like VR chat, there's a lot of disrespect. People, there was a rule a while back, still kind of a rule now, like an unspoken one, that you assume that somebody is a male until proven otherwise. That kind of sucks, especially for trans people. That's why there are so many mutes on VR chat. Because they hate being mislabeled. Like, they hate having, like, a slightly deep voice and then being told, like, oh, it's a guy. You know? Or, like, they hate being, like, accused of being a male when they're actually a female. So, like, I don't think that they mean anything malicious by it, but I just think that VR chat is accidentally transphobic. It's kind of funny saying that. Accidentally transphobic. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to hate transgender people.
This is news to me. You do you,
Yeah,
boo.
yeah. I came out. How long ago was that now? A month or two ago. Came out as female. So nowadays I go by she, her. Why does this thumbs up look awkward? I'm not sure why. I'm not particularly good at drawing hands, if you haven't noticed. Hands are not something that I'm good at. It's thin. It's thin. That's why. It's like thin. So what if I just like make it wider? That's better. You know what? I'll take that. I don't want to mess around with it too much because I don't want to ruin it. What is this layer? Okay.
Hands are just in concept.
Yeah, hands are true. Hands are just a concept. I've started to draw my hands as like little blocks just to shortcut it. I don't mind it, I'll be honest.
Preach.
Okay. Alright. That works. Yeah, I bought a nice stylus though to draw with at work. So hopefully that should help to increase the amount that I draw. We will see. Alright. Last one and we're done with this pass. Record time, actually. This is about the worst of my new style, I think, this particular drawing. This one's rough. So is this expression, and I'm going to fix that one. There he is. Okay. I think he looks so chillaxed here, but his expression says...
TDS not pick up my last message?
Which one? Let me see. Hold on. Preach? The preach message? It should have picked up. So I'm just gonna give him a neutral expression, I think. That's so much better already. Immediately better. This one is still awful. I don't really know what to do about this one, because I think that would take a redraw, and I'm not sure if I particularly want to do a redraw of it. Was it too long? Maybe, what if we just try to shortcut the fix and we just shorten the face? Like, what if, like... How about that? Sure. Sure. Why not? Everything else
Face
I'm
is fine.
relatively satisfied. Face is fine, you think? Okay. I'll keep it like this. Now, let's fuse everyone's faces together.
I'd make the arms a little bit skinnier.
You think? On her? She's supposed to be kind of buff. Her jacket hides her muscles.
I'm having artist eye.
You're having artist eye? Oh, like are you like, are you having trouble evaluating your own art? A classic. Truly a classic. Dang, we were at layer 135. Holy moly. This should hopefully help to shorten it a bit. Artist eye is the worst, and I wish that there were a better way to overcome it than just flipping your canvas. Whoa. Something is wrong. Do you see how this eye is kind of uneven? Hold on. That's better? Question mark? Sure. Yeah, sure. That's better, actually. I do like that more. Okay. And then... I made the background green to separate the background from the characters. Maybe I'll just delete the line art that's covering them. I guess I could just use a mask for it.
The way I cope with artist eye is that I would leave my art alone for a few hours and then come back after drinking some tea.
Oh, that's also a really good way to cope with it. The alternative is just giving your art to other people to judge, but that's scary. So I'm gonna keep this ruler. This ruler is the symmetry ruler I use for the background. I'm gonna keep that around. I'm not gonna draw the background yet because I want to make a mask for it once I draw in the character line art. I like this drawing. I do like this drawing. I think that my new art style works particularly well for Bea, who already has a lot of her face covered by hair. I think it works well for her. Okay. Kind of gave Bea a new hairstyle here. And it's kind of funny with the way that the webcomic is structured. Over the course of 10 webcomic days in canon will take about, oh god, like a year in real life. Wild. It's kind of like in One Punch Man right now in the manga arc that's going on. It's been about 1 day in the actual canon, but in real life it's been about a year since the arc started. No, wait, I think it's been like 3 years or something, actually. Oh my god, that's insane. It's been so long since the Monster Association arc started, but it really has been literally like a day in universe. Kind of weird to think about. When did the monster? Let me look that up. Hold on. One Punch Man
My God,
manga.
I absolutely hate it when people see my art and then go,
Oh
why
yeah.
is their head so big? Why are they posing like that? That character is a boy? Why do they have long hair? It's the pit.
Yeah, that is the
And
worst.
Saitama never showed up.
That's true. Saitama has taken years to show up, like actually. But yeah, that's why showing your art to other people can be scary. I think that what I try to do on the off chance that I do show my art to other people is I get like a group of people, right? I get one person who's really hard on my art, one person who's really easy on my art, and one person who's kind of neutral on my art. And then I get judgments from all three of them. But I haven't shown my art to other people to judge in a really long time. One Punch Man manga Monster Association arc. When did this arc start in the manga? Manga volumes. Manga chapters. 78. When did 78 begin? 2017? It's been 5 years? Oh my god. This arc started 5 years ago? Oh my god. Holy... What? Insane. Wow. That's certainly something. When did the current day start in the One Punch Man? When did it when did the raid start? Monster Association raid. Cuz the raid is Monster Raid arc. Here we go. When did this arc start? No, that's not the right arc. No, I can't find it. But yeah, no, it's I've heard people say it's been like 3 years since the Hero Association raid started, and it's still going on, and it's been like a day. All right. Yeah. I think for now I'll stop? Question mark. How long has it been? Yeah, it's been an hour. We got our hour of drawing time in. I'll probably stop for now. I'll finish this panel and then we'll be done with the line art. Anyways, I still need to color it, so we'll get to that. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. It was a fun stream, actually. This is one of my better art streams, as far as, like, how much fun I had. Usually my art streams I feel pretty neutral on, as far as, like, the fun I have.
I'm not even kidding. I've been some much smack about some of my male characters having long or flowy hair because apparently long hair is too girly. They say while they wear their greasy man.
Yeah, that's rough. I don't know. At that point, that's just a difference of opinion, and I think you should ignore it. Like, their taste just seems to be different than yours. Like, they're not. It doesn't sound like they're judging it based on the quality of the art, but rather their own tastes. I think that it's important to get other people's opinions, but that's a difference in taste, right? It's not like an objective, like, I think this character design is poor. It's more so I don't like that they have long hair. Yeah. I still think that can be valuable sometimes, but it's really important to differentiate between their own opinion and their actual critiques. Anyways, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, thank you guys for watching. I had a good time today. Stream tomorrow with a question mark at the end. We'll see. Because I do want to keep designing the mecha and start doing that stuff, but I also have commissions to do. Well, quote unquote commissions. They were giveaways that I'm treating as commissions. Yeah, I'll let you guys know on if I'm doing a stream tomorrow. We'll see. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had a good time. I'll continue to draw today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Sayonara.